All right, so let's kind of go straight into everything. We're gonna have the next hour, so just make sure you guys are fully paying attention for this hour. Right, sit down, quiet room. If you guys want, have a notebook or something down. You guys can take some notes, things like that. Let me put this in slideshow mode real quick for you guys. So yeah, have like a notebook down. Just get ready to take some notes. And this, I believe this might be recorded. I'm not too sure, but again, just take some notes. Be quiet room, fully paid attention. Don't have any other distractions. If you can get on a laptop for this as well, or a computer for this as well, that would be better than a phone. So, yeah. So this is going to be day one of building your store and finding winning products. So it's going to be me here today. My name is Adam Palomeque. If you guys don't know me already, I've been doing e-commerce since I was 17 years old. I'm 22 now, so the past 5 years. And we're also going to be joined by Austin today as well. So if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name's Austin. I've been doing ecom since 2018. I'm a little older than Adam. I'm 30 now, so a little unk in the ecom space, but been doing it since a very long time and started when I was working actually at a 9 to 5 doing supply chain. And so it was my first introduction to like entrepreneurship, online business, and been doing it ever since.
All right, cool. So, real quick, now, what is drop shipping? So, obviously, some of you guys might have an idea. Some people don't really have a clue on what drop shipping is, but essentially, you're just selling products online. You don't need to have any inventory. You don't have to have like a garage full of all these products. You don't have to have it in your house. Nothing like that. All of that is all taken care of. There's no upfront cost. You only have to pay for the products after it's sold. So, if you see or if you find a product for $10, you sell it for $50, you keep that $40, right? Then we have supplier ships directly. So you don't have to worry about any of the shipping. Your supplier handles all of that for you. We're going to go over exactly how you guys can get that set up. And then this works from anywhere in the entire world. You don't have to be in the US. I see a lot of people always saying like, oh, do I have to be from the US? So I got to be from Canada or like these bigger countries. You can do this from literally anywhere in the world. It does not matter. So, yeah. So, who does this actually work for? Now, drop shipping, I think, in my opinion, is going to be for everyone. So, we got a poll in the chart, or we got a poll in the chat. So, if you guys are new to drop shipping, you'll see that right there. You can put if you're new, have you tried, maybe haven't made any sales, right? There's going to be a poll in the chat. You guys can go ahead and fill out that poll so we can see kind of where you guys are at right now as well. I see a lot of people are new to drop shipping. Some have tried, made, but haven't made any sales. Some people have a store already, but need better product fulfillment. And some people, just 1%, making some sales and they want to start scaling. So we got quite a mix here as well. So I see a lot of people that are new to drop shipping though. So, all right, cool. So again, yeah, drop shipping is pretty much for anyone. Oh, there we go. It's perfect for beginners. So if you have like no experience, that's completely fine. This is going to be perfect for you as well. If you have already a little bit of experience in drop shipping, this is as well going to be super valuable to as well or to you as well. We're going to have a lot of good, valuable information that we're going to kind of give you guys as well. If you're a business owner, right, and you're just trying to add on extra revenue streams to your portfolio, you can go ahead. This is going to be perfect for you as well. Or if you want to do this as kind of like a side hustle or just something to make some extra money on the side, this is also going to be perfect for you as well. So again, literally anybody can do this. Doesn't matter your skill level, how tech savvy you are. Again, anybody can do this as long as you have a phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. That's literally all you need. So now there's a couple key concepts to drop shipping. So the first one is going to be choosing a profitable niche. So you want to select a market segment with a high demand and a manageable competition. Then two is going to be identifying winning products. You want to find a product or products that are in demand and have good profit margins. Three is going to be setting up that online store. So you want to create a professional, user-friendly e-commerce platform, right? This is where people are actually going to go over to your store and buy products from you. And then four is actually driving traffic to your store. So, I mean, we can do all these things. We can find amazing products. We can build a really good looking store. But if we're not driving traffic to the store, we're not getting people to the store, none of these things really matter because we're not going to make any sales. So, after all that, we still are going to need traffic. So, these are kind of like the basic essentials to drop shipping as well. So, now really quickly, I do want to go over what to expect on this 5-day live series. So, first, is going to be building your store with AI. We're going to show you exactly how to build your store using AI, and it's going to add on winning products on there for you. It's literally going to do everything, and we're going to do that together as well. We're going to show you exactly what you need to click, all the buttons you got to press, and you're just going to follow along with us. It's not complex. It's very quick. It's very easy, and Austin's also going to break that down for you guys on this call today as well. Then we're also going to go over how to promote your store using AI. So back in the day, you used to have to film yourself using these products. You'd have to edit it, you'd have to post it, and do all these things. Now with AI, you're able to create 10 videos every single day and post them just back to back. You just have so much content that you can create now using with AI. We're going to show you exactly how to do that as well. So instead of posting one video a day, like the old way, you can now post 10 videos a day. You can post 20 videos a day if you want. So we're going to show you exactly how to do that using AI. And we'll also show you how to actually scale your stores using AI. So there's a lot of massive things that we can do with AI now, and we're going to go ahead and kind of show you guys how we can do all these things. So on day one, this is kind of what you're going to learn today on this call here. So the first is going to be why dropshipping is the lowest barrier path to e-commerce income. Two is going to be how to spot winning products using Zendrop's trending section. Three is going to be how to build your store with storebuild.ai. And then four is going to be how to import, price, and publish your first product. So inside of the chat as well, there's going to be a link there, or if you guys want to go ahead and scan the QR code, it's up to you. You're going to get a 7-day money back guarantee. So it's like a free trial to the annual plan. And inside of this, you're going to get $100 in order fulfillment credits, 5-day live webinar series, the AI built store plus winning products, agent access, and you're also going to get 525 AI UGC video and image credits. I believe that's like 10 videos with all those credits. So you'll get like 10 AI videos, and you'll also get like around like 50 AI image ads. So super, super useful. So if you guys want to go ahead and you can claim this right now, and then we're going to go into the actual building process. So if you guys are, again, in the chat, there should be a link there where you guys can go ahead and get access to it. And then once you guys kind of finish that, it's going to kind of prompt you to then building out your store as well. So does anyone have any kind of like questions about this kind of section right here about like the offer as well? You guys can go ahead, put in some questions you guys might have about this. So, but yeah, so again, you're gonna get the $100 order credits. So like that first $100 of orders that you're gonna get are essentially all paid for from Zendrop. So you're already paying for Zendrop. So if you're already paying for Zendrop, then you are gonna get access to this as well. So it is a free account. Yeah. So you can also go ahead and go with the free account. And that's completely fine. Now, if you do want to go ahead and upgrade, if you upgrade is where you're going to go ahead and get access to like the $100 in order fulfillment credits, or if you get like 500, or you'll also get the 525 AI UGC video and image credits. But if you go with the free option, then you're not going to get access to a lot of these. And on the call tomorrow is where we're going to be going over how to create these AI image and video ads as well. So for the call tomorrow, this is going to be useful as well. But again, tomorrow you're still going to get good value on how to like create these video ads, image ads, and things like that. But yes, you can go with the free option if you guys want to go ahead as well. But so we're going to give you guys like just like a couple minutes, a minute or two before we kind of get into the actual store building part of everything. I just want to give a couple people like a minute or two if they are going ahead and actually signing up for this. That way, everyone's ready on the same exact steps, and we can go ahead and start building out the store as well. Will the free option be sufficient for today? Yeah, so the free option is going to be good for today as well. So, but I know that this is only like a summer offer, so I believe it's $192 for the annual option right now, but if you don't claim it throughout this like time period that it's available for, it is going to go back to $549. So that's why I recommend you want to go ahead and just kind of upgrade now and take action and kind of get your credits for your order fulfillment credits. And again, same thing with the AI UGC video and image ad creatives, especially for tomorrow's call. So for tomorrow's call, it's actually going to be very, very useful. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do, I believe at this point, anybody that's already kind of signing up for it, actually, let me know in the chat. Did you guys get it? Yes, no? Just type in the chat yes if you guys got it, no in the chat if you guys are kind of gonna wait off a little bit. So, but you again, you can go with the free option and you guys can still follow it along completely. So I just want to know who in the chat got it, who doesn't have it, just so I know how many people are upgrading as well. Just upgraded, got it, got it. All right, cool. So we got like a good mix of people there again. So if you don't want to go ahead and get it right now, feel free, just type in the chat, or you can go ahead and get the access to the free version is what I'm saying. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand it over to Austin right now, and he's going to show you guys exactly how to build the store, kind of like step by step. All you guys have to do is just follow along with everything that he's going to do. He's going to pretty much show you guys A to Z, everything you need to know. So let's go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my screen and then hand it off to him here.
Let me share it real quick. Let me know if you guys can see this. Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I need to pull up the chat too. 1 second. Yeah, usually I tend to go pretty fast through these, so just tell me to slow down if I need to. Just so used to building all these stores and using the tool a bunch. So if you guys have any questions along the way, just let me know. It's a very simple process. So you guys should all be seeing this screen right here. And a little fun fact actually as well. If you guys have seen my YouTube videos, I think Brian here was talking about it. We run Haven Golf Company right now. So this hat, go buy a hat if you want. We actually built Haven over the last like year and a half and really scaled it up. Like the last 365 days here, you can see $2.7 million with a great conversion rate of 2.6%. And that's while like rapidly scaling on Facebook ads. And the fun fact is that this is the same theme that we're using for Haven. So it's a great partnership. Been working with Zendrop for such a long time and Shopify as well. So it's pretty cool to be able to use the actual theme that we're using that's custom on the actual store that we're running right now, which is pretty sweet. And again, also feel free to ask any questions in the chat too. I've got that up, but we'll go ahead and start. If everyone's on this page, we're going to cover how to set it up using the AI builder. Super simple process, takes like 5 to 10 minutes. And again, it's on the exact same theme that we're using, which is really nice. So if you guys are ready, just hit like a yes, maybe. If you see this page after you created your account, whether it's the free one or you took the offer, you should be landing both on this page as well. Cool, got some yeses. All right, so we're gonna click on the middle one here. So creating the free Shopify store with the AI builder. It's gonna take us to the actual software itself. You should already be logged in, so it shouldn't be prompting you or anything, but especially if you just created an account through here, it'll take you directly to the builder. So the first step is to pick your color. And I want to cover this before we even like click any buttons here. This store is 100% yours. It's under your account, your Shopify, all that stuff. So everything can be changed, right? A lot of people get stuck on picking a product, a niche, whatever it may be. But this is 100% yours and you can change it whenever you want, fully customizable. So don't, I guess, overthink, red or blue as the background. I'll show you guys how to change everything as well. All right, so we're gonna go with green for this one. We're gonna hit next. Now we're gonna pick our banner. Again, like I just said, how do you get to the builder? So it should be on this page. If you guys haven't seen it yet, when you logged in through the link in this chat, if we can send that link once more, just in case people are late here. But it's gonna be right when you go into the connect to store section, and we're clicking on the middle one here. So here we're picking a banner. I'm gonna go with this banner. Again, everything's customizable, fully changeable, so don't overthink it too much. This is just to get started off. Now we need to create our Shopify account. So we need to connect we obviously have to create a Shopify account to host our website, and then it links to the Zendrop AI store builder where it's gonna upload products onto your store for you and that custom theme. So we need to create a Shopify account. So what we're gonna do here, just click on create an account. It's gonna bring you to Shopify. Here, it'll enter your email. It should auto-populate with the email that you just signed up with for the Zendrop webinar here. If not, plug in that same email. Also, if you already have a store and you're wanting to get this theme, Shopify requires it that it's a new account. So if you've already have a Shopify store built, but you want this theme, I recommend switching over to this account and creating a new account on Shopify so we're able to actually upload that theme onto your store. So we'll click on start for free. Now I got to create my password, which I'm going to hide here really quick. All right. So now we are starting our trial on Shopify. So Shopify is, you can see here, 3 days for free trial. And they do this awesome promo where, especially for new accounts only, it's $1 a month for the first 3 months. So you have to have Shopify to start your store anyway. And the deal is awesome because instead of paying the full price for 3 months, you get it for $3. So it's a great deal. You do have to obviously activate your trial to be able to upload the theme, as well as open your online store and actually start selling products. And they always switch up this offer on Shopify. So sometimes it's $1 for 1 month, sometimes it's three. So 3 months for $1 or $1 per month is actually a really, really good offer from Shopify right now. So I'm going to go ahead and enter this information secretly over here. 1 second. I can't be doxing my credit card information here. Yes, the recording will be shared as well. And yes, you have to do this on Shopify. So let me know if you guys are following along here. If I'm going too fast, too slow, just let me know. Sorry, please just not today, Brian. Maybe I'll send you some Haven gear though for watching. After you enter it, you're gonna get to choose your plan here. So there's the basic, grow, and advance. These are all the different types of Shopify plans. We don't need anything more than the basic right in the beginning. For example, like we've scaled up Haven pretty high. We're on the plus plan, but it's like $2,000 a month. You don't need that unless you're doing massive order volume, because the credit card rates is where you're going to get your biggest discount, and also some other features that Shopify offers. But the difference between 2.9% and 2.5% is minimal unless you are doing hundreds of orders a day. So you really want to grow your Shopify store and your plan while you're growing your store. But right now we just need to go to the basic plan. So we'll click on try basic here. And yeah, Ali, it will be recorded. So upgrade in your in-person sales. I'm assuming you guys are all going to be running online businesses and stores, so you don't need a point of sale system, like where you check out at a physical brick and mortar store. So this is not something that we actually need to do. We'll just hit not now. So what can we help you do? It's just a questionnaire. We don't actually have to do this, so we can skip through all this. It's just Shopify asking for information, what you're kind of opening your store for. So now we've created our Shopify account. Super easy. This is the back end of Shopify, which I'll cover a little bit later after, of just like where to navigate and get to certain things. And so now that we've got our account, we're going to go back onto our Zendrop AI Store Build tab. So we've created our free account, we signed up with the email, and we chose our basic plan with the discount. And then now we just need to hit next. Yeah, again, ask any questions that you guys have in the chat too, if you're stuck or curious about anything, and I can cover that as well. So now we need to link our Shopify store onto our Zendrop store builder. That way we can upload our theme and upload all the products. So we'll click on access Shopify URL. It's going to take you right back to the page we were just on. So the new Shopify account that you just created. And at the top here, which I'm assuming you guys can see the whole screen, but you're going to grab your URL. So just copy it from your browser, go back into that tab that we were just on. We're going to paste it in here, click away, make sure it like saved, and then hit save. So now it's linking the two and essentially talking to each other to be able to upload the theme. You just completed your setting your Shopify store up, but need someone experienced troubleshooting and availability checks. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of that stuff is also going to be covered later on in the webinar series as well. So once we hit save on our URL, we'll click on next, and we're getting close to almost being done already. Now we need to add our winning products. So we're going to install Zendrop, the app, to upload our winning products for us. It's going to include the descriptions. It's going to, that's also the ability to upload the theme, is we have to have the Zendrop app to be able to talk to your Shopify store. So once we're here, we're just going to click on add winning products. Now it's going to be on the Zendrop page here, which is through this Shopify app store. You're already going to be logged in to your Shopify store. And so from here, you're just going to click on install. Again, it's going to take us back to our Shopify main screen dashboard here to install the Zendrop app. And then we're going to go ahead and hit install again. All right, so finish your setup to start selling. Choose how you'd like to activate Zendrop. There's through Zendrop Plus, so you can Zendrop with the paid plan with the free trial, or you can approve on Shopify, and you can add a plan through Shopify, basically using the same information that you entered on Shopify to connect the Zendrop app. And it just redirected me right here. So we're going to click on approve. So now Zendrop is installed on our Shopify store. And now we're going to click on complete your store setup and continue onboarding, which is going to take you back to that software page again to go to the next step. So we clicked on add winning products. We installed the app fully installed on our Shopify store. Now we're going to just click on receive store. Yeah, that's a good point, Brian. So yeah, there's a lot of people that get questions about, the Shopify or Zendrop app usage and all that. So it is 1 to 10 products are free. And then once you start scaling your store, actually get some orders coming in, that's when you start anything over 10 products, we'll be starting to charge your account for the fulfillment. But again, with the summer promo, you also get $100 in ad credits, which Adam was talking about earlier, which basically makes the entire plan free, which is really nice. So once you start making some sales, you obviously have to fulfill those orders, and to have those first order credits is super nice and helpful. Sorry, Maria, I'll try to go a little bit slower. I kind of tend to cover it really fast. Yeah, it will be recorded as well. So, and fulfillment costs, Shaw, is a question for that. Totally dependent on your product that you're selling. Obviously, if you're selling a desk, it's going to be a higher cost to ship and fulfill based on the product cost. If you're selling a smaller item, it'll be cheaper to fulfill as well. So it's totally dependent on your product that you're wanting to sell. All right, so now we're on the last step here. We'll just click on go live. Now we're just going to wait for AI to essentially talk to your Shopify store to upload the theme with the products and get everything set up. So it takes about like 30 seconds to a minute here. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat, guys. Any questions about the store build, the process, any personal questions you guys want to ask me for fun? It only takes about a minute here, but if you're doing sportswear, it's a system for returns and costs. So that's all gonna be based on your Zendrop profile. So when you're finding your products that you want to sell for sportswear, you'll be able to check all of that information based on in the Zendrop app itself when you're searching for your products. You'll have all that information there, dependent on each product, right? How can you customize product selection? That'll be covered later in the series. So that's like when we're uploading products onto our store. Right now, you're going to be uploaded with just a few products in the niche that you chose to start off your store. And then we'll be showing you later on the series how to change your products, upload new ones, all through Zendrop since it's connected onto your Shopify store. Is tech and accessories a good niche? Yeah, I think so. I get a lot of questions about like what winning product to pick, what niche. And there's obviously everyone tries to go for, the most popular product at the moment and all these things. But what I have found over the years, I've sold a bunch of different stuff. Like on one store right here, we sold 100,000 orders in jewelry. And I just wasn't super excited about it because it's not necessarily the niche that I like the most. So that's when we started moving into golf because I enjoy golf and it's made the process so much more fun. So my philosophy on it is like every product can sell. Most people buy most things. Like just go to a Walmart or Costco. There's so many different products out there that people buy daily. I just recommend picking a niche that you actually like and enjoy because you're going to be the ideal customer, right? I would know how to create a golf ad because I like to golf and I buy golf products. It makes the whole process more fun and a lot easier also to come up with ad creatives, marketing angles, and all that stuff. So I definitely would recommend picking a niche that you're comfortable with or you at least enjoy. Makes it more fun. All right, so our store is done here. We'll click on next. All right, so now we need to remove our password. Another question I get all the time is like, oh, remove my password from my Shopify store. It makes it public. It's not the back end of your Shopify store. It is the front end. So your website, right? So when someone goes on to google.com, if you don't remove the password for your Shopify store, you won't be able to go to it. It's going to require a customer to put in the password. So it's just your front facing store, is not your back end. And you obviously want to have traffic onto your store. So you got to remove that password. Otherwise, people will not be able to purchase from you. So we have to remove our password for store access, we have to add our store address. So I'm actually going to pull this down here because I also don't want to give away my address, but you'll enter your address there. Let's see, hold on, let me move it over. And I get a lot of questions about store address too. This is not a public store address. So your customers won't see this. You can have all of that confidential. I personally use like a virtual mailing address, which is just a PO box for businesses. But you can use your personal address. It will not be, shown to your customers. There's a different notification system for your address of your store that you want your customers to see. So you can definitely just use your home address here. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter this real quick. Okay. All right, so we have entered the address. And again, if you haven't done that yet, you can use your personal address. It will not be shown to your customers. And it was right here, the link to add it. So we can restrict or remove our password for restriction. So once you've entered that, click, well, uncheck it, I guess, and then hit save. Okay, so now your online store is open to everyone. So you can actually view our store and access. Now we're going to go back to our tab that we were just on with the Zendrop AI builder. We've removed our password, unchecked everything. Now click make my first sale. And our store is going to be done after 12 months of proving tools with a great offer of $197 from Zendrop. And you can also get that in the links that we've sent in the webinar chat as well. So now our store is completely finished, right? So the AI store, you can also join the free program as well to learn more. So now we've got our store set up. If we go back onto our Shopify store, if you guys have been following along in this, that's all it took to get it fully up and running. And so I'll cover a couple things really quick here of like where to change things, customizations. And yeah, you'll be able to go back. Sorry if I went a little bit too quick here. But now we can see if we go, it's fully done. So if we're on our Shopify store backend dashboard here, you'll be able to go onto your online store, double check this to make sure the theme has been uploaded. So we can see here that we're a draft theme, which is the theme that the Shopify gives you. And now we have our custom theme that we've uploaded through Zendrop. And so this is where you're gonna, like I was saying earlier, you can customize everything that you want, all the colors, your logos, the pictures, the product pages, all of that stuff. It's all gonna be done here. So this is the theme that we chose. You can see the banner we chose. If we hit edit theme, I'm not going to cover this in its entirety because there's a lot that you can do. Like it's all fully customizable, and there's so many different apps and like not widgets. What are these called? I guess like panels and columns that you can change. And so at the top, I'll cover like a brief overview here. At the top is where you're going to edit each of your pages, right? So your collection pages, your product pages, your cart, you can do everything here. And Shopify makes it really, really simple. And as well with the Zendrop theme, there's so many different features and kind of apps that you can add. So if you click on your product, you'd go in here and we've got our first product uploaded on here. We've got our title of it, the text, and you can change everything. So if we want to remove the urgency text or move it lower, you click into it You can drag it up and down. You can put it wherever you want. You can delete it, change anything that you want here. You can also add a ton of different things. You can do shipping estimators, icons with text, make it look really, really pretty. So this is where you're going to do all of your customizations. And this is definitely something that you want to do and mess around with. Take an example website that you like, copy its layout a little bit and put your own spin and twist on it, obviously for your own brand feel. But this is where all that stuff is done. And there's a ton of different options here. There are so many different sections that the Zendrop theme has. There's probably 50 or 60 here. And you can make it look really, really pretty. Rich text, images, banners, slideshows, multi-column, all of this stuff, right? So that's where you're going to edit most of your website. Same with the homepage. It all functions the exact same on Shopify. So literally every single section here is fully customizable up to what you guys want to do. So that's how you edit your store. I just wanted to cover that really quickly. So you can make it, personal. And then we're going to see, I'll cover a couple things really quick in the dashboard of Shopify. That way you guys are a little bit familiar if you're brand new, because there's a lot to play around with here. And then I'll throw it back to Adam after this. So your orders, your products, everything has its own little tab here. Click into any product that you've uploaded through Zendrop, which I believe Adam will be covering in this series or possibly tomorrow or the next day. But this is where you can edit all of that information. It already comes pre-populated through Zendrop, which is really nice. But if you want to change anything, remove the product information, change it, put it in a different location, all of that is done here, as well as the pricing of your products as well. You can customize all of this. Customers, people are coming through. Growth is like marketing through Shopify, discount codes, content, markets, finance, analytics. So when you start seeing some exciting Shopify cha-chings coming in, this is where you're going to look at that fun dashboard and see yourself growing your progress over time and all the information that you need, marketing wise to make better decisions like conversion rate and stuff like that. So that's a quick overview of how the Shopify dashboard works, where you can customize all of your products in your store. They make it pretty simple and straightforward. Because I didn't go too fast for this, and I hope you guys could follow along here. But it's a great theme, as you can see. Covering one last time here. That's what we use on Haven. Great conversion rate and fully customizable. So it's been awesome that we can share this theme with you guys for free. So I'll pass it back to Adam here. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little tutorial. And feel free to ask any questions along in the chat and check out my YouTube channel for full-length tutorials and all that stuff.
Yeah, awesome. I wanted to see also if you could show everyone really quickly on how to if they wanted to add in more products from Zendrop as well.
Sure. Yeah. So I'll cover that real quickly here too then. So you're already going to be linked on your Zendrop store. Two ways to get to it. You can go through your app section and search for Zendrop. Or if you've done it with me right now, you're already going to be on Zendrop, which let me refresh. It should be linked. Yeah. Okay. So we're still linked on here. Now on the Zendrop dashboard, like I'm saying, is where you can add your products, you can find your products, you can use the AI generative softwares that Zendrop has implemented, especially with this summer launch. And that'll be covered later, I believe, in tomorrow's episode. But for now, you can, if you're looking for a golf product, right? If that's niche that you want to go into, you're just going to find products, and these are all hosted through Zendrop. A couple different things and filters you can do here: categories, price range, ship from US, China, depending on how long you want your shipping times, all suppliers, Zendrop specific. They've got a ton of different products on here. If you type in golf, it's going to come with a bunch of random, it's not very specific, but it's all golf. And so let's say you wanted to sell this cup right here. You just click into it, and it's going to come with the description, your average shipping time, your processing time. Where's it coming from? It's coming from the United States, trend scores, order by country, how saturated the product is, which is nice to know, and then a bunch of different recommended products as well. So if you wanted to add this product specifically onto your store, Zendrop's already connected onto your Shopify account. All we have to do is click on add to my products, and it's going to give you this little section here where you can change it if you want to. This is all Shopify backend stuff if you want to stay organized. You can change the description here before you upload it onto your store. You got your variants. So this one has one variant, it's just a cup, but there's other things like, t-shirts have different sizes, and you can change the name of them and all that stuff. And then the images that come with this product already. And once you figure out which products you want to, add onto your Shopify store, all you do is click publish to my store. says right here, it's successfully published onto your store. When we click in the My Products section, look on the import list, and the connection is currently publishing. It's probably already on there right now, but you can also manage all the other ones that have been added onto your store. So you can remove them here, add them, see the connection status, the sales. This one is probably already uploaded. Let me just refresh. Makes it super, super easy just to one click add products. Okay, there it is. It just showed up right here. So that's how fast you can just add products from the Zendrop portfolio of products, literally in 2 clicks, I think. And it's now live on your Shopify store, ready to sell. Refresh to make sure this came through. Oops, too many tabs open. Yep. So then here you can manage all of it. So we've got that product that we just added on there. You can change it from here, add different products, find new trending products, but all of the portfolio, there's hundreds of thousands of products in here that you can search from and just 2 click on right into your store. Do you want me to cover anything on the orders, requests, product branding kind of side, or?
No, I think that's pretty much good with that, unless anybody has any questions in the chat.
Let me see. Let's see. Sorry, scrolling up here. What is my YouTube channel? It's just Austin Raven. You can check it out later. Got some good tutorials on there. Let's see. We just add to Shopify. Yes. So this is a special link through the Shopify and Zendrop platform. So these are all going to be hosted on Shopify, especially with this custom store and theme. Is there a cost to add? No, there's a no cost to adding products. Fulfillment through Zendrop is billed based on how many products that you have on your store. So 1 to 10 products is free, and then anything after that, while you're fulfilling and shipping all those products, there is a monthly cost with that, unless you've already upgraded to the summer plan as well. What is the profit margin? I think it depends. Like the higher the cost of the product, the lower margin that you're going to get percentage wise. Like if you're selling a product that costs $100, you probably want to try to sell it for around $200 to $300. If you got a product that's a $5 cost, you can sometimes mark those up 5x, right? In that medium to small range of cost, you really can do a higher margin of markup because there's more of a perception of value, between $20 to $50 sale price, which you can really bump up your cost. For example, we get our Haven polos for $13. We sell them for 74. So it's quite a bit of a markup there. And as you go on and build out your brand as well with time, you get brand equity where you can start to essentially charge more because you're more of a brand name. So margin's a little bit wishy-washy, but I would really aim for around 3 times your cost at least to support your ad costs, unless you're running organic. But that's kind of like the sweet spot is like 3 to 5 times. Can you move the top screen of your mouse on screen is blocking the menu bar. Is it this? I'll move that. You can see it, right, Adam?
Yeah, I can see everything on your screen.
Okay, cool. Let's see. The growth percentage that you see under products in Zendrop. So if we're talking about this here, I'll pick one. Like here. This is our trend score. So what's nice, and you guys are probably going to talk about the MCP later, but you can do a lot of like deep dive research into all the data that Zendrop has by just being this massive company for the last 10 plus years here. And there's a bunch of like things like order trend score, so they can pull all this data information, giving you some really good insight of how the product's performing based on who else is selling it, how many orders are coming through with the product. So for example, this one is being sold a lot. Saturation's high, so that means a ton of people are selling this product, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. Depends on how you are able to market your product and come up with unique marketing angles. But these are like the data points that Zendrop actually has on the back end to show where the product's trending, where it's going. Yeah, all of the fulfillment part is automated, which is really, really cool with Zendrop because the last thing that you want to be thinking about when you're starting to sell your products and create advertisements and scale up your store is fulfillment. And so Zendrop can handle all of that for you. Once you start getting some orders coming in onto your store, in your order section, they'll show up here, but you can turn on auto fulfillment where Zendrop will fulfill your products automatically for you. That way, you don't have to think about it. You just know once you made that sale, it's being shipped out to the customer. You don't have to touch it at all. It's automatically going to go through for you, which is really great for people like me. I would consider myself more of a marketer than, like a supply chain or web developer or anything like that. So I love marketing, come up with new angles and ads, and having it automatically fulfilled every single day is just really nice because now I can focus on, the skill set that I think I can contribute the most to my own business, which is marketing, testing new angles and pricing and offers. So makes it super easy. Turn this on. Don't think about it. Think about getting sales. What is a reasonable and acceptable return rate? That depends on your product, and there's things like clothes, like we're selling golf polos, for example, and sizing can be weird. So like your return rates can be a little bit higher. We've got so it's super variable. We've got a return rate of not a lot, but it's 100,000 in returns, mainly from Black Friday, people buying gifts and stuff like that, and wrong sizing. So you have like 100,000 returns of 2.7 million in sales, so not too bad of a return rate. Actually, I think it says up here somewhere. Yeah, it's returning customer rate. Yeah, so pretty low. And this is actually a little bit higher probably than industry average because of clothing. Someone had orders an L, but they actually needed a medium, so that'll show up in the returns and then just exchange for a new one. So this is actually not fully accurate because we do a lot of exchanges, but your return rate is typically not very high, especially in dropshipping. Lambert, you can do either. I do recommend doing some research and picking out the products yourself. Like I was saying earlier, picking a niche that you're passionate about or at least know about makes the process way more fun, and you become the ideal customer and you know how you want to be advertised to, what products that you want to buy within that niche, and how to advertise them and create content, whether it's UGC AI creatives, image ads, no matter whatever angles that you need to come up with. It's just a bit easier if you know the product and market itself. Otherwise, you need to do more research on a product you don't know about and try to sell that product for something you don't even use. Sorry, I'm trying to read some of these questions here. I got Patty also answering some of them. Yeah, the recording will be shared. I had a problem to get a third-party payment provider. Yeah, if you're outside of a country that's not Shopify Payments is not operating in, there are multiple third-party payment processing systems that you can use. I know Shopify is not available. Processing is not available in every country, but they do offer third-party suggestions. The biggest one is authorize.net. I think that they partner with Shopify. And so you can do the same thing there. It is essentially the exact same thing, but instead of Shopify processing your payments and accepting your customers' credit cards, it's that third party. It's still all links under your Shopify store and everything. So if you are in a country that Shopify payments is not provided, you just click on the payments and finance, and they recommend a ton of different third-party options. Yeah, you can, Shah, you can fulfill globally. That is all set up through your Shopify store, actually. So it's up to you where you want your shipping markets to be available and which countries that you can actually sell to. So, for example, if you go, um, oops, I think I logged out. No, but you can go in your settings here and you can click on shipping profiles and then choose the countries that you want to be able to ship to. And if they're not in those shipping profiles, then a customer from a country that's excluded cannot actually check out in your store. So you don't have to worry about that. Jekko, for Meta, they're going to be covering in different webinar series throughout this week here of ad creation and how to help with your cost per purchase and get things lower and how to create engaging ads. That's one of the biggest things in dropshipping in general. The biggest needle mover is really like your advertisements. And the better that you can get with advertisements, the more successful you'll be. And so a lot of it is just optimizing your meta advertisements and doing a ton of different testing. UGC content, image ads I love, and that'll all be covered later on this week as well. I believe tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be all about ads and how to use AI to create UGC video ads, also static image ads, as you kind of just mentioned there. Um, it's kind of my preference as well with the static image ads. So,
Yeah.
um, so we got a couple more minutes. What we're probably going to do is finish up with the last couple slides we have here. And then at the end of those slides, we'll probably have another couple minutes to do any kind of like last Q&A questions you guys might have for either me or Austin. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'll pop up my screen real quick right here, um, and we'll kind of go through these last couple slides we got here, and then yeah, can everyone see my screen? Just type in the chat yes, so I know you guys can see my screen. So Jay said yes, yes. Jeanette said yes. Patty said yes. Amy said yes. All right, cool. All right, so real quick, how did everyone like Austin's kind of like walk through step by step? Very, very helpful.
Yeah. I go pretty fast though sometimes. So
Yeah.
make sure to
No,
watch the
I think
recording
I think
again if you need to.
it was good though. It was great. So everyone should have a store to this point. Does everyone have a store? Just comment in the chat, like, I don't know, just type like, yeah, I got a store. I just want to know how many people got their stores all built. So now everyone to this point, if you guys kind of follow along with this entire thing, you guys all should have a store up to this point for completely free again. If you guys haven't, maybe some of you guys, I saw some people joined a little bit late. You are going to be able to kind of watch this entire call recording back, and you'll be able to follow along with that afterwards. Um, but up to this point, everybody that's on this call should have a store built, and we should pretty much get ready to go from here. We're going to have the other 4 days as well to really go over everything. So there's a couple more things that I want to cover real quick. So really quickly on why beginners always end up getting further with Zendrop. I know we kind of went through a lot of the benefits of Zendrop. Austin kind of went over through a lot of these things and the features that are included in Zendrop, like what winning products to start with. Like there's so many products inside of Zendrop. You guys saw right there when we kind of had that screen shared. Like there's endless products on there that you guys can go ahead and choose from and find. And even if there aren't products that like if there's a specific product that you want to find on Zendrop and you can't find it, you can even I'm like pretty sure you can also put it in to like request it so that they can actually get the product on there for you as well. Again, sourced from trusted suppliers, so US and China suppliers order fulfillment that runs itself. So again, as Austin kind of covered right there, it's automatic. You don't have to go in there, look at your order, copy the customer's information, put it in, and then manually have to ship it. Like everything, as soon as the order comes in, the customer's information is automatically put into Zendrop and it's automatically shipped out to them. You don't have to touch a single thing. And again, you can focus on the things that you're actually good at, right? Whether that be creating content, creating ads, whatever it might be. And again, inside of the Zendrop platform, there's 24/7 support. You also have the live coaching. There's so many course modules, and just the amount of support that is inside of Zendrop is just amazing. So there's always someone there inside of the platform to actually help you. So you have that as well. So again, reliable suppliers. You have that fast shipping where if you were to go with like AliExpress supplier or Alibaba, whatever you end up using, most of the time your shipping times are going to be 2 weeks long. And usually at that point, your customers don't want to really be waiting 2 weeks long. People want to get their products fast. Like if you look nowadays, everyone's so used to Amazon having the products same day or next day. So you want to prioritize having fast shipping. Again, automated fulfillment. You don't have to worry about a single thing. Everything's automatically done for you. The 24/7 support inside of Zendrop Academy as well. You have all those courses, you have coaching, you have these live calls that we do live calls every single week. I'm a part of those calls as well. So once a week, I'm on there pretty much going over whether that be finding products or creating content, creating ads, creating stores, whatever it might be. We go over that inside of the academy. And then also, again, product sourcing. Now, if you want to go ahead and convert from the free to the paid option, these are kind of going to be your next steps. So you're going to unlock advanced features, so access tools designed for growth and efficiency. You're also going to get priority support. So if there's anything that maybe you're struggling with, and you just have questions on, you don't really know what to do, you are going to get that priority support from everyone within inside of Zendrop. Scalability, you're able to ensure your business can handle increased demand and expansion, and then data-driven insights. So inside of Zendrop, as you guys might have seen when Austin was walking through, you can see those charts that are talking about the product on how well it's performing, if it's selling a lot. Because I mean, Zendrop has all of the data on every single product. If there's a product that they're getting a lot of orders from a certain brand, they're able to show you that, and you're able to kind of go ahead and copy that, and maybe you want to run that product as well. So there's tons of data and information there as well inside of that offer. So again, this is going to be that summer launch offer. So you're going to get everything for $192 for the entire annual plan, where usually it's $549. And you're also going to get a 7-day money back guarantee. So again, this entire webinar is a 5-day kind of program right here. So if you sign up and follow along with the webinar, you're going to get those 5 days. It's completely free again. So say at the end of it, maybe you decide you don't want to do e-com anymore. You can go ahead, you can always just cancel, you get your money back, no questions asked, anything like that. And again, you're going to get the $100 in order fulfillment credits. So essentially, all of your first couple orders are essentially free. So you're keeping all of that money right there, and it kind of pays off this $192 for the yearly option right here as well. And then again, for tomorrow, we talked about it briefly. Tomorrow's call is going to be about how to create these video and image AI UGC ads. And when you sign up for this yearly option, you are going to get 525 credits. So again, that's like around 10 AI UGC videos. It's like 50 AI UGC image ads. So you're going to get a ton of creatives for ads. And we're pretty much going to be going over that tomorrow. So highly recommend go ahead and get the yearly option so that you guys can actually get access to all of these credits. That way, when we're on there tomorrow, you guys can pretty much just follow along and we'll show you exactly what to do as well. Someone in the chat said UGC. So UGC stands for user generated content. So it just looks like when you're scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, it just looks like a native natural video. It doesn't really come off as like an ad. So but yeah, highly recommend this for everyone. If you guys haven't gotten it, we're going to drop the link to this in the chat again. So you guys can go ahead and claim this now as well, especially for the call tomorrow. Now, you don't need to have it for the call tomorrow, regardless. We're still going to go over exactly how you can create these video ads and image ads as well. But it will be good to have to, again, follow along with everything that we're going to be doing as well. So, now, again, we should be dropping the link to that in the chat as well, so you guys can kind of claim that also. Does anyone have any kind of like questions about the offer as well, or the entire summer promo offer? Can you explain how your web page will be and why we didn't need a domain, please? So you are going to need to get a domain. So what we could probably do is we can cover that in tomorrow's call as well on how you can like get a domain. But inside of Shopify, it's pretty simple. When you go to your settings, there's going to be a domains tab, and then you're able to buy a domain and then have that connected. So I already have Zendrop Plus plan. Is this offer valid for me too? I I believe so. Patty, Patty, if you want to respond to that one, that question as well. I believe so, though. When does the offer end? The offer is like a summertime offer, so I'm not sure the exact date on when it does end. Um, but I know that it is going to go on for the summer. Um, How can I set product delivery date slash time and costs as delivery costs vary with distance, city, etc. So usually inside of Zendrop, it'll say how long your product will take to actually deliver. So usually it'll say like in a whether that's 4 to 7 days, maybe 7 to 10 days. Usually inside of Zendrop, it'll say how long it's going to take for that product to ship or like to deliver. And then from there, you can pretty much just put that onto your store to let people know how long the shipping is going to take. How do we get the 5 day trial? So it's actually going to be a 7 day trial to the summer launch to this offer right here. But the actual this kind of like 5 day event, this event is like a 5 day event. So essentially, you're able to kind of follow along for those 5 days for completely free. And then from there, once you kind of follow along through this 5 day event, you will have built a store, you create content, created these ads, launched these ads. We're pretty much going to walk over every single thing within these 5 days on exactly how you can go ahead and launch this store. So by the end of this event, you should have a store up and ready and pretty much launching as well. Um, Let me see. I got a couple questions that are already coming in. So once you get this plan, it takes next year this time to pay for any Zendrop payment. Yes. So if you get so it's a 192 annual plan. So you wouldn't get charged by Zendrop until all the way next year. So at that point, you would have ran your store for an entire year as well. And on top of that, you are getting the $100 in order fulfillment credits. So like if you were to balance that out, because all of the money that you'd be making on these orders, you're keeping all that money, if that kind of makes sense. So after you make a couple sales already, like these order fulfillment credits are kind of going to cover this 192 annual plan right here. So it kind of just makes sense, especially if you are going to run the store for a whole year as well, which is kind of why I also recommend always to get the annual plan because it kind of pushes you to stick with drop shipping. Whereas at least I see a lot of guys go with the monthly option and then they're like, oh, I could always just cancel it. Whereas if you paid for the entire year, you feel more incentivized to stick with it because you're like, well, I just paid for the entire year, so I might as well just keep going with it. So, what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're actually going to answer a couple questions. We're going to do a short little Q&A thing for if you guys got questions for me or if you got questions for Austin, feel free. You can message those in the chat and we'll answer any kind of questions whether you guys have, whether that be about Shopify, about Zendrop, about the offer itself. Again, feel free. And we are going to drop the link to the offer one more time in the chat so you guys can go ahead and get that. So yeah, but again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to start dropping those in the chat. We do have a couple more minutes here to answer any questions you guys might have as well. So, um, so for example, I want a product, but do I have to have a plan? So you can go for free, but I believe after 10 products, you are going to need a plan. Do you source most slash all of your products from Zendrop? I do a big, kind of like a mix of both, or that one's for Austin right there, where it says, do you source most of your products, most slash all of your products from Zendrop?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I've probably done over my time probably close to like 300,000 orders. So some yes and some no. Like this store was 100,000 orders all sourced through Zendrop. And then with our golf company currently, we custom make them. So we've got our private manufacturer for those ones specifically. So same kind of answer as Adam, mix of both. 100, probably 40,000 orders of Zendrop, and we just went full custom on the golf polos.
Someone said, how do we price shipping costs? Usually I try to have the shipping costs included into my pricing. That way it says like free shipping, just because if the person gets all the way to checkout and then you're like, okay, it's going to be an extra $5, $6 for shipping, sometimes it can deter people to not buy. So, um, I'm not too sure what you think about that, Austin.
Sorry, what was the question? Which one are you reading?
How do you deal with like the shipping prices? Like for, I'm assuming he's asking like or how do you price your shipping costs?
Oh, pricing your shipping costs. I mean, that totally depends. There's a lot of incentives. You can go back and forth with it, right? Like we actually do 7.95 shipping for one order, but if you order multiple, you get free shipping, like a lot of companies do to incentivize a higher average order value. In the beginning, I would recommend doing free shipping just to get customers used to your brand, trusting you. They don't want to, get hit with an extra $8 of shipping at the end. So what you can do is just offer free shipping on everything and price that into your product price so they're not hit with that extra amount at the end, giving them some hesitation when really you're still baking in that cost of shipping into your product already.
Let's see. Most effective way to promote on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. I think they're asking which platform maybe or
Yeah, if you're
best way to
asking
promote.
which platform, I mean, everyone has like a different preference, but I love Meta personally. I think they have the best data. They've been doing it essentially for the longest for advertising. We get the best cost per purchase on Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, and that's what I usually recommend. People have had a lot of success on TikTok. I've done a fair amount of sales on TikTok, but it's a little bit harder of a grind with the algorithm constantly changing there versus Meta's pretty consistent, like pretty much all the time, which is nice.
And then if you were to do organic, which one of those would you kind of recommend?
Organic's interesting nowadays. Everything has gone to short form. Every platform like YouTube has shorts, Instagram has Reels, which they've been pushing a lot of. TikTok is, set the standard for it. So for organic, it is as simple as you creating one UGC ad or whatever it may be for short form, and you can post it on all three. You can find success, maybe depending on the product and style of ad, on one of those three pretty easily. Um, so if it's all organic, it's a simple just create the ad, test it as an organic ad and just post it on all three right away because they all do pretty good and they all kind of switch around um like with their algorithm and like promotional periods like Reels sometimes when they make an update just pops off and everyone gets a ton of views. Same with TikTok and it kind of switches back and forth. So the more content and the more touch points you're putting out there, the better. If you post a TikTok and it does 10,000 views organically, but you didn't post on shorts and reels, maybe you would have done 50 on reels and 20 on YouTube, and you're missing out on all that traffic and all those eyeballs on your ads. So you've already made the ad. That's the more difficult part. You might as well post on all three.
Yeah. Yeah, I like organic as well, especially for beginners, just because the barrier to entry is very low. You don't have to pay for anything as well. To create content, it's completely free to post as well. Whereas paid, some people need to have some money saved up for that too. So,
Right.
someone said, "Is Google Ads good?"
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, they're good. I just don't like talking about things I don't really know about. We actually have someone running our Google ads. I'm way better at Meta, but our Google ads are performing really well. And I do think it's dependent on the product. Like it makes a lot of sense for, golf polos, but it might not make as much sense for a different type of product for Google ads. Again, I'm just okay at it. I'm more of a meta guy, but people have had a lot of success with Google ads, especially in the clothing space. I feel like it's really big.
Let's see. I missed the presentation. Is there any recap? Yeah, so this entire call is recorded, Daisy. So you are going to get access to the call recording so you can go back and just watch this all.
Um, Brian, organic vids or image ads? I think you kind of know about Haven a little bit and stuff. It seems like, based on your chats, you know I love image ads. Like we're probably running 98% image ads right now on Meta, and they do really, really well. But to answer your question specifically, I think it depends on your product. Like I can get away with a ton of image ads because it's a t-shirt. You don't have to explain how a t-shirt works versus a product that maybe has a function or is very visually pleasing to like show a video of, then you want to start testing out a bunch of like organic videos and video ads. But if you can get away with image where you don't need to show, exactly how the product works and how it's going to benefit them, image ads are pretty cheap
For
and
someone
they
that wants
convert
to
really
run
well.
ads, for someone that wants to run ads, what kind of would you say is a good budget to have?
Um, if we're running like paid ads on Meta, I always recommend it's a little convoluted, but I like to come up with different marketing angles for a product, create ads around them, and then testing each of those angles individually. I like to spend 3 to 5 times your AOV on average. So if I'm selling a product for $50 direct to the customer, when I'm testing a new angle or a new advertisement for that product, before I can get any data to make a decision if it's working or not, Facebook needs to run for a little bit longer. So I recommend running the ad for 7 days and spending 3 to 5 times on average your selling price of your product. So if it's $50, you want to spend $150 to $250 throughout the week on Meta to allow it to collect enough data. And I think the week is really important as well because if it's a product that is for going out with your friends on the weekend, you might get more sales naturally on a Friday, right? If people are thinking about going out or whatever it may be, versus like Tuesday when they're at work. So there's little like data points there that you start to like figure out within your niche. Oh, people are really buying on the weekends, and if you ran your ad for 3 days and it didn't work Monday through Wednesday, you didn't give it a chance to actually try to sell on the weekend. So I do think the 7 day part is important. And then I personally like to test with 3 to 5 times the order price of the product before I can make any decisions data wise if it's working or not. Rachel, for shipping, if you're talking about shipping costs for like customers, you can do all of that through your Shopify store. So you can switch up the shipping costs per country directly in your Shopify store under your settings and shipping. So you can say United States shipping is $8, Canada's 12 for some reason. You can change all of that in your shipping profiles. KW, yes, you can do physical selling with drop shipping. I've actually talked to a couple people doing that own stores in person and then also drop ship the same products, which is kind of interesting. It's funny you mentioned that because that's something we skipped over in the store build. It asked if we wanted to do POS. So Shopify does offer POS system to be able to collect payments, obviously in person, like on your phone. We've got some people in Conversion Club as well doing that with candles. Actually, she'll sell a lot online and also sell a lot at farmers markets. And so she's got the Shopify POS on her phone, and they'll buy it directly from her. And then she also will ship them out through her Shopify site. So you can do both. It's just a different plan on Shopify. I think when we skipped over, I think it was like $49 to add that plan, something like that. I just don't own a physical store yet, at least. But when we do, we'd be using that system.
So what we'll probably do is we'll probably take on maybe like another two, three questions, and then we'll start wrapping everything up. So any kind of last questions you guys got, feel free, drop those in. So yeah.
A
There was
total of 3 to 5 times over 7 days. So for that $50 example on Meta, I recommend doing it for 7 days and spending $150 to $250 over those 7 days, not daily.
there was one question I saw here, which was a pretty good one. Said, what do you mean by testing new angles in terms of ads?
That is a great question. So let's think about how to put this. So I think the biggest factor in like success is not always your product itself, it's how you're marketing your product. I've if you've seen any of my videos over the last like 5 years, I love this one example. It's called Zima Dental. And so this is a perfect example of a marketing angle. So the product that they sell is this supersonic vibrating little cup tray, right? And so traditionally, people have sold this product like to put like your watch in or whatever to get all the dirt off and clean it. And so their marketing angle that they took on the product, they didn't create this product. It's already been there. Like this technology, the product has been sold that way for years and years and years. And what Zima Dental did was just slap on the marketing angle of using that exact same product, but for retainers. So clean your retainers in this, you know, supersonic vibrating thing that you normally use for jewelry. And then they upsell you like, these like little pods for it to, get all the bacteria off. But the point of that is their angle, it's the exact same product. One person is just, a million people actually are just advertising it for cleaning your jewelry. One company said, hey, no, we're going to advertise this to clean your retainers. And it hits a whole different audience and it's the exact same product. Someone that gets advertised to clean their retainer versus their watch, totally different demo, same exact product. They just took a different angle on it and the thing blew up and it's doing super well. I just love that example because it's the easiest to explain how the product was not changed at all. They just slapped on a new marketing angle. So that's what a
Yeah.
marketing angle is, and they're really important because you might not know how it's going to impact the success of your product. Another really good one that I like to use is I was talking about this the other day with someone. Like you see like those like dish cleaners or like you hold it's like a cleaning device. It's like a scrubber that spins at the end, right? And people are always like, oh, you can clean your outdoor windows with it, right? Like the most obvious use cases. I came up with the angle of saying, all right, you take this exact same product, but your angle for it is going to be cleaning like grout, like in tile. So I was doing some research for this guy and I was like, no one's advertising it this way. In the average cost to have someone to come to your house and clean your tiles, like like little space in between, like the grout, it gets dirty from shoes, people walking on it, whatever. And it turns like black and it makes your house look not as clean and bright. It's $2,000 on average to have someone come to your house and clean your grout. So I was like, well, just slap on this marketing angle, buy this $50 product with some specialized soap for it or whatever to clean your grout yourself really easy and not pay someone $2,000. So that's another good example of an angle that didn't change the product at all. It just changed how you use that product. And they're advertising to someone that has been Meta's really good at the algorithm. So if they know you've been searching for a grout cleaner, someone clean your house, they might see your product now. You're like, oh, okay, I'm not paying $2,000. I'm gonna do it myself for $50. Boom, that's when you make a sale on the product. So the angles like that are super important too. It's a really good exercise to do is just look at a product and think about all the ways that someone could actually use it that are a little bit outside the box that not everyone's advertising for.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just the branding and the packaging as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's
Yeah,
two big ones. One's like there's Dude Wipes. Another one's like Liquid Death. Liquid Death, all they did was just take water, put it in a can.
they just made water badass. That's all they did. Now it's a billion
Exactly.
dollar company. It's bottled canned water. Like if someone came up to me and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sell water," I'd be like, "Okay, good luck." Look what they did with
Put it
it.
in a can.
Yeah, in a can and it's edgy.
Yeah. All right. Let's take on maybe like one more question if anyone's got, and then we'll wrap everything up here. Any last question? Now, again, this entire call is also recorded for anybody. So if you are showing up late, somehow you're showing up right now, this entire thing is recorded. So you can go back, watch everything. Pretty much this entire call was about just like building out your store and how to build that store out. Tomorrow's call will be about creating content, creating ads for your store. So actually like being able to drive traffic to your store, which is very, very important because you can have a great store, you can have a really good product, but if you don't get people to your store, people are never going to see your product, people are never going to get there, people are never going to buy. So tomorrow's call is just as important as today's call. So you want to make sure you guys also do show up for tomorrow's call. I believe it's at the same exact time. It's 12 o'clock. So, all right. Let's see. Scroll through if I got any good ones. Do you recommend cloning competitor successful ads? Of course, change it a little bit to make your own. So usually for myself, what I like to do is just look to see what's kind of currently working for other competitors, swiping them. So pretty much just like taking them and then recreating them for my own as well, and then kind of creating multiple variations of that as well. So that's kind of what I end up doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of great like tools to be able to look at competitors' ads and see which ones are winning and um, you know, to get some data on it and then recreate them for yourself, whether they're image or video.
Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much everything here. Pretty sure that's all my slides. Just check one last time just in case there's an extra one on there. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be everything for this call. I hope you guys enjoyed. Also want to thank Austin for being here on this call as well, for giving us some good information here as well. So, yeah, a lot of you guys, I will see you guys there tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's call is just as important as today's call, if not even more important. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything from me. Austin, if there's anything you kind of want to say before we hop off.
No, appreciate you guys and thank you for having me. Hopefully it was helpful and got some good valuable insight. I mean, the rest of this series is going to be great too to dive deeper into, proceeding down the entire process here, right? So we've knocked out the one of the hardest parts today. So it's going to be good to get everything going by the end of the week here and you'll be up and running. So just want to say thank you and appreciate all the questions. And that's pretty much it.
All right. All right, everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow, and everyone have a good rest of your day. All right.
Thanks.
Later,
See you
guys.
guys.